Beautiful. Tutu, nice. That's kind of disappointing. Anyway. Dave, you don't look too bad yourself. Thank you, mate. Although I was a little bit disappointed that you copied my outfit, but hey, not to worry. I'd also like to thank all the Americans who are wearing kilts today. You're making our Scottish guys feeling at home today. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much.
And the Mexican.
Oh, well, thank you. Talking of Mexicans, shame on you, Jimmy, for not wearing a kilt. You have the most Scottish name here, and you haven't even got a kilt. So on behalf of the bridesmaids and I'd like to thank Dave and Britt for asking us to be involved today in what is the most important day of their lives. I know they've both put a tremendous amount of effort into planning this amazing wedding. Despite the last minute issues, it has been absolutely fantastic, so thank you very much. So let me just quickly introduce myself. I'm Nick Wilson. I'm one of Dave's oldest friends. We met at university, so that's a long time ago. And I'm really delighted to be Dave's best man and represent him on the most important day of his life. So thank you. I almost wasn't Dave's best man, to be honest. The first I heard about being asked to be best man was an email from him saying, "So I assume your lack of response means you don't want to be my best man." So that email went kind of in the ether, so not to worry. But I said, yes please, very quickly. And luckily he was patient enough to let me still be his best man. And being best man has a number of responsibilities that I take very seriously. The first, making sure that Dave's face and hair are in order, which is obviously not easy. In fact, I had to iron his kilt today at about 2:30 was a first, that's for sure. The other responsibility, of course, is not losing the rings, which I didn't do, that's good. And lastly, not revealing any of Dave's dark and deepest secrets. So, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. So, on with the speech and embarrassing Dave. To be honest, when I started the speech, I just had so much material. It was kind of frightening. I wrote about 35 stories down, and then I realised about 34 of them were really inappropriate. They were about drinking too much, public nudity, sleeping under bushes. Yeah. Shocking, good at thought. So I scrapped all those. There was the story about the night he tried to seduce me in San Francisco. I'm not going to tell that story. There's a night he spent with a man called Randy. I'm not going to tell that story. And there was a special night he had with Jimmy Savile in the Claquet Inn. If you do want to know about those stories, though, I will be at the bar later on. So the San Francisco story is awesome. So, Dave's a pretty larger-than-life figure, and first impressions, of course, are really important. It's probably why most of you know Dave. He's pretty loud. And, he's made a big first impression of all of us, I think. So if you just want to take a couple of minutes just now to think about that first time you met Dave. It might have been today, it might have been a few years ago, or even further back. I'll just give you a minute or so. Just to eke it out a bit. So for many of you, it might have been when he was wearing his ridiculous red trousers. There's a special website for that, I don't know if you've seen it. Or it might have been when he was on a swing in a pub wearing a bear outfit. Without doubt, my favourite picture ever. That was at his bachelor party last week. That was a pretty good find. Or perhaps it was when Dave was rolled out in front of a problem client, because everyone assumed because he had a Scottish accent he was actually intelligent. We know better, Dave. We know better. Or perhaps it was one of those many nights where Dave ended up taking his clothes off. My favourite was when he was combined stripping and climbing up the inside of a chimney. That was pretty sooty and dirty. My first impression of Dave dates back all the way to 1988. I don't know if you know, he is that old. And our first night at university, when a bunch of us who were in dorms together headed out to the bar, hoping to make new friends in the big bad world. And we were all pretty much similar. But one guy really stood out. And that was our Dave. He had long hair that he crimped. He was dressed like what we call a goth. I think you guys call them emos, is that right? He had a big wide brimmed hat. He had these beautiful feminine features as well. Beautiful. Davina, we used to call him. There he is. I've got loads more of these. Sorry, Dave. I'm not sorry. So lovely Davina, they called him. But to be honest, for me it was the start of a great friendship, and it's grown and grown, and I'm really delighted to be standing here today. I think Dave's bravest first impression was when he came to training with me at my rugby club. For those that don't know what rugby is, it's like American football, but played by real men. Without helmets, no pads. So big, tough guys. So Dave comes to training with me, and we're in the changing rooms, and he brings out of his bag a lovely pair of pink shorts. And if you imagine the eyebrows that were raising at the time, in a slightly too short t-shirt. About 20 minutes into the session, Dave was then found in a corner throwing up quite badly. That's quite nice. Not your finest moment. After Dave moved to Colorado, a few of us came over, Peanut, the nanny, and a few others, and we definitely found Dave changed. You remember the goth-looking guy, the emo guy? Well, when we came over to the US, Dave turned up on a Saturday to meet us, wearing a blue cotton Oxford shirt, a pair of chinos with a nice crease down the front, and he insisted that we now call him his new name, DB. It turned out he fully integrated. So our first impression of Britt came when she was through in Scotland a couple of years ago at Tony and Linda's wedding. And Dave literally threw her in at the deep end with about 100 of his friends, and he kind of just wandered off and let her get on with it, as Dave does. But she did amazingly well. She's a confident girl, she's a funny girl, and she got stuck into the evening and created a huge impression on us. Her hangover proved how much fun she'd had that night. We all loved her immediately, and thought it was great that on the next day she got to meet her favourite author, Ian Rankin, in the Oxford bar. But best of all, it was really obvious how happy she made Dave, and that was super. I've just got a few messages to read out as well, Dave. So I got a few messages from the guys back in Scotland who couldn't make it here tonight. They're all very sad not to be here. So from Andy Ritchie to Dave, look after Britt and have a great life together. Try to behave today and keep your clothes on in public. So Britt, good luck. So from Callum, Dave and Britt, we are so sorry we can't make your special day, but our thoughts are with you and we all wish the best for your future. We will visit soon, promise, from Callum, Jill, Fraser and Katie. Callum's also forwarded a special message to you, Britt. Britt, as per our previous correspondence and following advice from our legal team, we really must now ask, may demand that you return our monkey, and that's from the team at Edinburgh Zoo. From the Hebdens, they obviously regret not being able to make the big day, but look forward to raising a glass to the happy couple. Dave has to be congratulated for clearly punching way above his weight. Who knew a Scottish accent could get him so far? And though we know Britt less well, she's obviously a very patient and forgiving person. And we toast her future happiness too. We hope Mr. and Mrs. Brown have a fantastic day. To Mr. and Mrs. Brown, congratulations on your wedding day. You're a great couple, and we wish you a long and happy life together. So sorry we weren't able to. Sorry we weren't able to be with you today. We will look forward to celebrating your marriage when we see you next. And that's from Bilbo B. Archie and Isabel. Now, Beaky is going to read a poem out. So apologies for this. But he put a lot of effort into it, so I thought I should. So this is from Beaky Brian Smith back in Scotland. Maybe you should do it.
No.
It was back in the year of 1982 that a buck-toothed beastie came into view. It escaped from Glen Shee and came to town. This is when we first met infamous Davy Brown. He tried his best when playing sport at school, but his lack of skill made him look quite a fool. Then winter came and it started to snow, so we put him on 2 planks and watched him go. After a drinking course at uni, he started to roam. He tried the big cities, but the hills were his home. So he got on a plane and to Colorado flew. How he got his green card, we have not a clue. To settle down, it has taken him a while. He was searching for someone that made him smile. He found love with a soulmate called Britt, who fell for the fun-loving, kilt-wearing twin. Britt and Dave have found their perfect love nest. It's up in the hills where the wild bears rest. We're so sorry that we can't be with you today. We wish you both happiness as you work, rest and play.
Oh.
So honestly, not much longer, I promise. Just over a page. But it's big text. So we've talked a lot about first impressions with Dave, but what's most important is lasting impressions. Dave is definitely the most loyal and caring friend you could possibly ask for. He's always there for you and happy to pop over the pond and be there for us. Spending time with Dave is always guaranteed to be great fun. You'll come home with a sore face, from all the laughing and smiling. It was the Muppets who sang, "If you need to know the measure of a man, you simply count his friends." And looking around just now shows how great you are, Dave. And it's not just the number, it's about how great you all are as well. We'll be delighted to meet so many of you. This is your finest hour. So, Dave and Britt, you're starting out on a wonderful adventure today. Your marriage is ahead of you, filled with exciting possibilities and wonderful opportunities. It is with great pleasure that I say congratulations, and may you have many years of immense love and happiness. We all wish you the best that life and marriage has to offer as you continue on your journey. So I'd just like to say that congratulations, and to Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Thank you very much.